Welcome, everyone, to episode 417 of the Thumbstick Athletes Podcast. I'm your host, Dan.
I'm Will.
Today's topic, since we haven't been kind of live in a while and definitely not live on Twitch, is going to be just the news. So last week's episode was our mid-year recap. So I think it's a good time to catch up on some of the important gaming news stories that we missed out on over the past couple weeks. So that's going to be our main topic. Will, do you have anything you want to tease for later on in the episode?
I'll probably talk about God of War because that's the main game that I've been playing as of late. But other than that, no, nothing. I haven't been able to play too many games recently.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be talking more Mario Maker 2, which I've played quite a bit of. I will be talking about a little bit about Harry Potter, Wizards Unite, and then another mobile title in Dr. Mario World that just came out, I don't know, late last week sometime. I've
Oh
been
man,
playing.
Dan's turned into a mobile gamer.
It's kind of weird to have something on a mobile device that I actually kind of want to play.
I
So
leave for a month, and this is what happened.
it's short-lived. Short-lived.
That's true. That's true.
So yeah, that's gonna be for later on in the episode. So, all right. Well, I'll get started with some Nintendo news. I don't know if you have this stuff, Will, but the first one is a little bit old news at this point. It's that Nintendo announced a new version of the Nintendo Switch called the Switch Lite. The Switch Lite will retail for $200 instead of the normal $300 price point that the regular Switch comes in. It's going to have a smaller 5.5-inch touchscreen, a smaller form factor with a unibody design, so the Joy-Cons don't actually detach. I think we actually talked about all this at some point. This has been leaked for a long time. Leaked and or surmised, I guess, from patent filings and that sort of stuff. It's going to have an actual full-on D-pad instead of circular arrow buttons on the left-hand side, which is great because that's one of the biggest complaints I see about the Switch is the lack of a proper D-pad. So people are going to be excited about that one if they're interested in the Switch Lite. It's going to have 3 to 7 hour battery life instead of the 2 to 6.5 that the current Switch has. It does not have HD Rumble, or it does not, and also does not have the ability to dock, so you can't play it on your TV. It is specifically a mobile console. It's going to come in yellow, gray, or turquoise colors and will be available starting September 20th. So I've already got interest in my household for at least one of these, so we may end up getting one at some point. But there's also going to be a special Pokemon Sword and Shield version of it available that's going to be light gray with red buttons on one side and blue buttons on the other side. It looks really neat, so I like that they're doing the special edition ones too.
How much does it retail at again?
200.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
So
not too.
basically a more powerful 3DS.
Yeah, I guess with only one screen.
Yeah. I love hearing this. I think that's a great move by Nintendo. I think they're gonna sell a ton of these.
Yeah, especially coming out right before Pokemon comes out.
Yeah, genius.
Yeah, I mean they've got a lot of first-party titles coming out soon too. Obviously, one next week, which we'll get to. Another on my announcement that I'll say right now is that Luigi's Mansion got a release date today. It's going to be coming out October 31st. So,
Perfect timing.
and it's couldn't be better. I knew it was going to come out in October. I didn't figure they would do it actually on October 31st on Halloween. So,
Yeah, because it's not a Friday or anything. It's just midweek. I
oh,
think
is
it's
it
Thursday.
okay?
Yeah,
So I like that they did that. That's kind of cool.
yeah. People get too caught up on like release dates of it being on like Friday or whatever.
Yeah, no, that's cool stuff. A couple more Nintendo announcements. I think they announced this morning, but they're doing a refresh of the regular Nintendo Switch model that will extend the battery life to between 4.5 and 9 hours. This model is expected to
Woo!
be available in the U.S. starting in August. It's not. They didn't put a bigger battery in it, but the CPU and GPU and stuff that they put in it is going to be more efficient. So it's going to be better on battery and a few updated components and stuff. So that's always a good thing.
So this isn't a pro version, right? It's just
Nope.
a refresh.
It's just a refresh. They probably switched over to better components / cheaper components You know, because the OG Switch came out over 2 years ago now. So
Wow, has it been that long?
yeah,
Holy crap!
yep,
Where's the time gone?
it's gone by fast. And then the last Nintendo announcement is that there is new Joy-Con colors coming. Purple and orange in a pair, and then dark blue and lime green in a pair. Both look amazing, and I want them right now.
Man, if I could get the purple ones, are they still like what, $70 the Joy-Cons?
They're typically 80. I got my when I got my Switch, I got the gray Switch, and the but I later bought an extra Joy-Con set, the blue and the red, and it was I think I bought them for like $63. So you can find them on sale. I wouldn't anticipate when they first come out they'll go on sale, but
No,
eventually.
I don't like that I got the gray ones now. Like looking back on it, because like they're the most boring color that they have out there.
Yeah, I mean that's when I pre-ordered mine. That was all they had. I wasn't able to get a one with the red and blue. But like I said, I just bought the Joy-Cons later, so the extra colored set. So go ahead, Will. What do you got for?
I guess keeping with the Nintendo trend, I wanted to talk about Fire Emblem Three Houses a little bit because we are almost a week away from that being out. And everything that I've been seeing from this game has been incredibly positive. So yeah, I just wanted to get your temperature on it. Are you very excited for Fire Emblem Three Houses?
Yeah, I'm actually to the point. That I want something deep to get into, because all the stuff I've been playing is snippets here and there, and I haven't like really sunk my teeth into a game in a long time. I actually played Breath of the Wild for a little bit today, just to play something to invest my body and soul into. So yeah, I am very, very excited for that. Because again, it's on the Switch and I can play it wherever, whenever I want. So I've also heard nothing but good things about it too.
I actually heard, I think it was today, or I saw last night. I don't really remember, but because how the game is set up is it takes place where everybody's in the War Academy, and then there's a time skip, and then that's when like the countries battle, or the houses get into a war. And I guess that the War Academy stuff somebody said he was doing that for 40 hours before he got to the time skip, and like I would guess the bulk of the story happens after the time skip, sure, because that's when everything's set in motion. So it seems like it's a pretty meaty game. I know the creative director, I don't remember exactly who it was, but said like it takes over 240 hours to do all of the houses and stuff like that. So it seems like it's a super deep game.
Yeah, that'll be nice to have something to, like I said, to really, really sink your teeth into. I haven't had anything like that in quite a while, so
yeah,
just a nice meaty RPG.
I've been trying to figure out like what house I was gonna pick recently, and I don't know which one I'm gonna settle on. I'm having a very hard time figuring it out.
Yeah, I never watched any of the trailers or anything. I don't know anything about them. I want to go into it without any preconceived notions, so I know very little bit about all that. But yeah, I'm super pumped for it. I'm getting digital, so I will probably stay up till midnight and play it when it comes out. It's usually shortly after midnight. 10 minutes after is usually when you can start playing Nintendo Switch games, first party anyway. So
yeah, so there's that. Let me bring up the rest of them now. I have some stuff. Fire Emblem. So there was a trailer that came out for Smash that said that the Dragon Quest hero character was going to be coming out in July, but I guess it was a tweet, but I guess they edited it to say summer. So people are speculating that this July, which is only another week and a half or so, we're going to be getting the next Smash character. So I'm excited for that. I need a reason to get back to Smash. It's been a bit.
Yeah, I'm with you on getting back to Smash. I played a little bit with my kids, but I definitely have to. For a while, they were playing every night before they went to bed, but we've gotten away from that. We should get back to it because it's such a good game.
Yeah, and I feel bad. This is the best Smash Brothers game, and I've played it the least out of all the Smash Brothers games, and I feel like I need to get back to it.
Yeah. Well, if we're gonna do Smash Weekend too, you don't want to You don't want to be the worst player.
Yeah. Oh God, no, that's embarrassing.
Although that'll probably be Corey.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it would be Corey. Corey would beg to differ, but
Well, the thing is he doesn't ever play it because he had a friend up a couple weekends ago who is a big into Smash, so him and Corey fired up Smash, and Corey hadn't unlocked any of the characters on his version because he hadn't played it
that's
since
right.
we played your Switch when we had guys weekend or Smash weekend in December.
Actually, we played Eric's.
Oh, did we play Eric's?
Yeah, we did play Eric's.
Okay,
I was unlocking on the side when I would sit out.
gotcha.
So yeah, we predominantly Eric somehow got all the characters because we kept playing that one.
Yeah.
The next thing I want to talk about, again, keeping with Nintendo, is the whole Game Freak Pokemon stuff that's been coming out. A lot of people have been saying Game Freak is reusing assets from older Pokemon games in Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
They actually came out, and I think it might have been a Polygon article that said that they weren't. And then Famasu, or where is it? I'm trying to remember the site. I can't find it right now. But also said that no, that they had to redo all of the Pokemon in the game for the new scope of the size of the game, and that's why not all of the Pokemon are in there. Again, fans are upset and boycotting Pokemon. It's kind of an ugly situation right now with Game Freak and its fans. A lot of people, there's like a bootleg Chinese mobile game that came out that has like really good Pokemon animations, and people are like, well, why can't Game Freak, a bit like $1 million company, do that, but like a small Chinese development studio that made a bootleg of Pokemon do that? So
is it small though, or is it huge and we just don't realize it because it's China only?
yeah, no, I don't know. But like that's the go-to, and people have been posting videos of Pokemon Stadium on the N64, and so these animations are better than the new Switch one. It's ugly. Like I kind of had to subscribe or unsubscribe to the Pokemon subreddit because all it is just negative bickering right now. And like I get why people are upset over the Pokedex thing. I just personally don't care.
Yeah.
At all.
I don't.
I don't collect every single Pokemon in all the games, so it's just whatever. I usually only use the Pokemon that are in the game, the new Pokemon. That's all I really use. Do a playthrough, catch some of my favorite Pokemon, train them, and that's pretty much what I do. And like all of my favorite Pokemon, I'm almost positive will end up being in the game anyway. And we don't know what Pokemon are going to be in or how many. It could be like 500 of the 800, 900 Pokemon. Like we have no idea.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with any of that because, like you, I've only played them as one off. I've never. I might have transferred some Pokemon from Red or Blue to Gold or Silver, but probably not even that. If I did, I don't remember and don't care.
Yeah,
like
no,
you,
exactly.
like I kind of understand, the completionists, the people that have been with the series from the beginning. Like I kind of understand that, but at the same time, like at some point, it's got to transition to something different, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And, as Pokemon being, I think I said out of my favorite franchises, I think I said Pokemon was my favorite franchise. Like, I love Pokemon, but, like, I knew this was going to be coming at some point. So, I mean, if the game is good, like, then it's good. I'm not going to care about the whole Pokedex situation, you know?
And it seems like it is good, at least from what I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, it looks better. A lot of people are upset with how the graphics look and yada, yada, yada. But, I mean, I don't know. It's whatever. I think it's going to end up being a really good game. And I think people are going to be surprised that I don't think it's going to get the credit that it deserves, though, by people. I think people are going to have a bad taste in their mouth because of all of this Pokedex stuff that they're not going to give it any credit. So,
yeah, which is unfortunate.
It really is, because this game has potential. I think some of the Pokemon look really good, and I think like some of the character designs for the gym leaders, I think that they look awesome. So,
yeah, I agree.
It's unfortunate.
I really love the whole premise too. It's taking cues from like the UK and their culture. The whole the stadium battles thing is awesome. Like a soccer match.
Yeah,
I love all that stuff.
It's one of the neater, like people get to talk about how gym battles are so like boring now because it's the same thing. Like, you fight this couple trainers and you're in a gym battle, but like this, it seems like they really upped the scope. Like you're doing the Dynamaxing in the stadium with people watching and cheering it on. Like, I think that's a really cool idea for gym battles, and it like spices it up enough but keeps it kind of to its roots at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'm still really excited for it. I probably will still be getting 2 copies. So.
As will I. Both me and my son are going to want to have our own copies. Right now, the amount of times I've had to put Switch, Nintendo Switch, the Mario Maker 2 cartridge has been in, is insane. I bet you I've switched 100 times.
Oh yeah.
Because my son will put it down and I'll put it in my Switch and play for a few minutes, and then he'll be like, "Oh, I had an idea for a level," so I'll. But at least that's better than having to buy the game twice. But Pokemon, because of the nature of that type of game, that'll be one that we each have our own copies of.
Yeah, and I also saw that like specific gym trainers will be in specific games. Like I can't remember the 2. Like one, the Ghost trainer is going to be in Shield, and then a fighting trainer is going to be in Sword, and it'll be the same like gym leader like chronologically in the story, but it'll be the different person.
Okay.
So they're going further with the exclusivity of the different versions too. So
nice.
Next.
Real quick. Well, one of the things I wanted to talk to you about is the whole internet outrage thing.
It's annoying.
Oh, it's super annoying. But one of the I tossed the idea out of slightly rebranding the Thumbstick Athletes podcast, because we're branded as at least for right now as the Consumer Reports of video games, which I don't really feel like we fit that role. And my idea to rebrand was as to be an antidote for today's internet outrage culture, because we don't let stuff get under our skin or get outraged by anything really. So I kind of wanted to. Yeah, I had thrown the idea out there to rebrand, and what did Corey say? Lukewarm takes from the Thumbstick Athletes podcast. That was
you will get the lukest of warm takes from us at this point.
Yeah, so I thought that was funny. So I wanted to give Corey credit for that.
I don't really know what I get passionate about in games anymore, to be honest. Like where I'm like getting outraged.
I don't get that way about really anything. There's just not enough time in the day to care about all this stuff, I'll enjoy things for what they are.
No, like I don't know. There's so many other things going on. Like the one thing I want to sit around and enjoy is video games, and so like I'm not gonna put myself into positions to be annoyed over things. So,
yeah, because a handful. It's probably a vocal minority of people are mad about the Pokédex thing.
Yep, 100%.
But anyway, go ahead, continue.
Yeah. Next, I've got the last piece of Assassin's Creed DLC of Atlantis is out, so I think all of the DLC for that game is officially done out. I guess it's pretty good. So
I've heard great things about the Atlantis DLC for Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yep. So go pick that up. Assassin's Creed Odyssey reached my second favorite game of all time. I thought it was an incredible game. So I think everybody should go play it.
Yeah. Real quick before I get into my next news story, Will is also remote, which is why you don't see him on the screen. I took the old picture of him from our website to put on there. He's on his phone too, so if he's a little bit choppy, that's why.
Yeah, I'm picking up a friend from the airport tonight, and I wanted to be on the podcast because I didn't want to miss yet another week.
Uh-huh.
I've been busy, planning the Area 51 stuff, storming it. So I wanted to be on. So the way that I could get the timing to work is if I recorded from car through Skype on my phone. So that's why I'm remote. But
yeah, which is also why this is going to be a more brief episode too.
Yeah.
So we're
chatting.
We're gonna try to keep it around an hour.
And I don't know if you can hear my car beeping currently.
Yep.
And last but not least, it's the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot game. there's been a lot of like hush and mum details on the game because people were wondering, like, they saw Goku fighting up to Frieza, but it didn't show anything after that, and then the directors of the game kind of were like, oh, we're gonna announce that at a later date. So people were like, oh, is this new Dragon Ball Z Kakarot game only up to the Frieza saga? But today they announced that playable characters in the game who like will actually be fully playable characters are going to be Goku, Gohan, Piccolo, and Vegeta. So a lot of people now think 100% that Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is going to be through the entire Z story.
Oh wow!
Which is exciting because it would suck if they did the up to the Frieza saga stop, up to the Cell saga stop, new game, and then the Buu saga stop, new game. So it kind of seems like, it seems like Gohan, is going to be the playable character during the Cell saga, which would be pretty cool. Vegeta will be the playable character for a little bit of the Frieza saga and some of the Buu saga stuff. So this game looks pretty cool. I'm pretty excited for it.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I was always a big Piccolo fan, so I like that you can play Piccolo.
Piccolo in the actual series gets shafted. He should be way more important of a fighter than he is right now.
Yeah.
Piccolo is a great. I started rewatching for like the 9th time, and just seeing like how it starts, where him and Goku don't hate each other, but like
they're
big
enemies,
rivals, and like they team up to fight Raditz. This is a really cool moment because like they both have to team up to beat an enemy, but like later in the series, they're just like Goku's so powerful that Piccolo doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
But that's it for the news stories that I have, Dan. So take away whatever else you have.
Yeah, I've got one last news story. It's that Ubisoft has revealed some details on its new UPlay Plus service. So the price of the service, it's going to be PC only too. That's an important distinction. It's going to be $15 a month and will include all newly released titles as they launch. So that's a good deal. Other than that, there will be 110 other games on it. I looked over the list. Pretty much anything you want to play from Ubisoft is on there. A lot of the Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, a lot of Rayman games are on there. South Park games are on there. It's all there. So definitely is something that I'll be using at various points. That's what I'm going to use to play Assassin's Creed Odyssey finally. And when the new Ubisoft games come out, if I decide I don't necessarily want to buy them, I'll try them on that. That's going to be one that I use like the EA Access or Origin Access, where I only subscribe occasionally to try new things, or if there's a specific game I want to play. The Xbox One, the Game Pass, is the only one I'll continually subscribe to. But yeah, I think it's nice to have that option.
Definitely, like. I've been talking about Game Pass recently and really talking highly of it, that like you can pay $10 and get all of these games and be able to play as much as you want for a month. I think that's an awesome service, and it's good to see Ubisoft, who also has a good catalog of games, doing this too. So I think consumer just wins. So
Yep, absolutely.
And sometimes there's not enough of that in gaming. So
yeah, agreed. Okay, how was your weeks, Will?
It's been good. I've been really busy. I've been working a lot. I did an adult thing today and made a budget for myself. I've never done that before, but I need to start saving actual money, so I did that. Just enjoying the summer for the most part. I'm going to be going to Florida here in September, so I'm excited for that. But other than that, it's just been working and trying to, when you come over, Dan, with your family, like swim and hang out, and then like see my friends as much as I can. That's really what I've been up to this whole time. So
nice.
How about you?
A couple things. First, I had Val play Earthbound for our last Rookie Camp episode. So if you're interested, check that out. That's on our YouTube channel, which is, I don't know if it's youtube.com/thumbstickathletes or not, but if you go into YouTube and search Thumbstick Athletes, or go to our website, thumbstickathletes.com, you can follow links from there. Also on Twitter, like I always tweet out the rookie camps and stuff, so you can check it out there. But it was crazy to watch that game being played again. Everything like just sticks with you so much. The music, and it really holds up pretty well too. I think
Yeah, when I played it, like, I don't know, it might have been a year and a half ago at this point. I thought it held up pretty well,
Yeah.
for being such an old game, and like not like a stream, like it was a cult classic game from Nintendo. It wasn't like this is a Mario. Those all hold up pretty well. It's
Right.
a kind of a random game, so
Yeah.
they did an amazing job.
Yeah, I played it on the Wii U a few years back and beat it. Maybe it
Yeah,
was like 3 years ago, and but yeah, we played it on the SNES Classic, which using the actual controller is it makes a huge difference. It really helps that nostalgia feeling come back.
yeah, definitely.
So there was that. The other thing I did, I'm sure I've done other things. It's just if I don't write it down, I don't remember. But I bought my son Mario 64 on the Wii U today. He had shown some interest in playing. I don't know how I got on the subject, but I was talking about Mario 64, and he was like, "Oh, is there any way I can play that?" I was like, "Yeah, I think on the Wii U." So yeah, I went and bought it. It was $10. And that's another one, just the music and the controls and everything. It's just like, oh my gosh, because I was telling him that game blew my mind when I first played it, because I'd only ever played, at least for Mario games, I'd only played 2D Mario games, and to have that be the
Yeah,
first fully 3D Mario game, it was amazing. So he's been
yeah,
playing that a lot and liking it a lot more than I thought he would. Um, so it's good stuff.
yeah.
And that's all I have for my week. What'd you play, Will?
God of War, Dan. I've been playing. It took me a little bit longer to beat God of War than I kind of wanted. But boy, when I finally got like into that game, that's a really good game. It's awesome to see Kratos and Atreus' relationship develop as the game goes on. It's a very interesting thing. I didn't know anything about the previous God of War games, so I kind of looked up the story
Uh huh.
of them, and learned a little bit about like kind of what was going on in those first three games. And long story short, I kind of see why Kratos is the way that he is
Okay.
in the new God of War. He's kind of a jerk, treats his son like garbage in the beginning, but it's basically because he's just kind of a he like I guess his family got killed in the other God of War games from him by him or something. So like that was kind of the way that why he's the way that he is, and had to like kill the gods and so on and so forth. So like seeing like him go into the new game trying to teach his son to be better than him is a really cool thing to see
Uh huh.
as the game progresses. There's a lot of things I really liked about it too. I loved the combat. I never got bored of it. I thought it was always fun, and there's a lot of different tools that you can do that make it way more interesting. There's a couple weapons that throw back to the older God of War games too, which was a really cool moment to see. Um, yeah, I just think the game really shines where like the relationship between Kratos, Atreus, and then there's another character that kind of tags along the second half of the game. It's really cool to see, and like seeing all the Norse gods too, and like killing them is just really fun. And I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with the next God of War game, because there's definitely going to be another one. So,
Nice.
um, yeah. So my journey through the PS4 exclusives that I never got to play is going quite well. I want to do Persona now, but the problem is Fire Emblem's coming out, and with Persona being like a 90-hour game, it's gonna take me a while to beat it.
Yeah.
So,
Might not be the best
um,
time to start that.
no, it might not be. So I actually was like, man, I need a soul food game to play right now. So I booted up Final Fantasy 15, and man, that game. I'm glad I ended up putting that in my top. I think I might have put it in my top 5 if I remember correctly, because that game is just hits the right spots. Like it's just the relationship between the four bros going on that road trip and like camping and like doing the big hunts. There's just so many things that like are enjoyable for me in that game. Like going on the road trips, listening to like the old Final Fantasy music. There's just so many things that I love about it, and I hate that people kind of malign that game a little bit for the direction, because yeah, it did have issues, but I think the game is better than it gets credit for, in
Right.
my opinion. People either love it or don't really like the game at all, and I'm in the camp that I love it, and I know it has faults, but I thought it was an amazing game, and I guess they fixed a lot of stuff too. So I have to see what's going on with that, all the fixes, because I know there was one chapter in particular that was awful, and I wanted to rage quit later in the game. So, but those are the two things that I've really been playing a lot of.
Yeah, the little bit of Final Fantasy 15 that I played, I really liked. I'm just waiting to have my PC upgraded before I go back to it. It ran okay, but I really wanted to see it in all of its 60 frames per second glory, you know?
Yeah.
So, but that's something I'm getting up against the wall with. My computer's really starting to show its age. I'm starting to get some problems with the USB ports with because I've been recording videos for Rated G Games just about every night. It processes videos slow. It doesn't quite process them at the frame rate that I would like. I mean, this computer is 7 years old or something at this point, so
yeah,
it's high time I had a new one. It doesn't owe me anything. I've done a lot with it, but it'll be a backup. I'll have it for recording the podcast probably, and then I'll just use the other one for gaming and videos and stuff. But
yeah.
But I would like to revisit that at some point.
Yeah, I think it's definitely worth a play. It's long, or it can be long at least. I think I want to say I put like 50 some hours into it when I initially played it.
Uh-huh.
I won't put that much time into it again. I probably won't get that far, considering Fire Emblem's out in 8 days or whatever. So
yeah.
Yeah, but I'll probably be playing that, and like I play a little Rocket League here and there as well. I'm kind of getting bit by the Rocket League fever because all of my friends play Rocket League. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Do Eric and Corey know this?
No, they don't. I don't want to admit it.
Oh, gotcha. I
know they won't listen. So.
How's your skill level? Corey will definitely listen. I think Eric listens too, actually.
I'm pretty bad, Dan. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're behind the skill curve. It's hard to get caught up.
Very, very far behind. I've scored a couple goals, which feels good, which I usually never do. I just let Corey and Eric handle that. But I am so bad. I like when a baby deer is born and it can't really walk.
Yeah.
And it falls over itself a lot. That's kind of what I am when I'm trying to play.
Yeah. I would be okay at it.
It's awful, but it's so much fun.
Yeah, I would be okay. It is a lot of fun. I totally agree with that. I would be okay at it if it was just on the ground. I can't get the hang of the flying. I just can't.
No, I don't know how my friends can do it.
Yeah.
There's got to be training modes for that.
There is actually. There's in the actual game there's a training mode that helps you learn how to fly. And I've done it, but I just can't like apply that to a game situation. You know?
Yeah.
Because I just feel like I put myself way out of place. I'm better off just, driving and playing the game the way I know how. But it's fun.
Yeah.
You're breaking up.
Yeah, another game that I need to return to. Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, I kind of want a game that I return to a couple times, like, keep returning to and play like maybe a game or two and then like quit playing and go do something else. And I think Rocket League is going to end up being that game.
Oh boy.
So.
Very nice. You're breaking up again, Will. Breaking up again, Will. Up there you are.
Can you hear me?
Just barely. Just barely. You're very, very crackly.
Hello?
Hello.
I haven't moved spot once, so.
Okay. Sometimes if you have your phone too far down in the car, the signal isn't as good.
That could be. Can you hear? Am I better now?
Yeah, better. Because when I'm playing, like, a lot of times I play Harry Potter in the car. Not driving, but parked. And if I have my phone, like, down by my lap, it doesn't always work as well. So I'll lift it up and hold it up, and it works a little bit better that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you played, Will?
No, that's it for me.
All right. So I played quite a bit of Super Mario Maker 2. I beat the story mode.
Yeah. Woo.
Thank you. I think that was last night or the night before. Story mode was really good. There is a wide variety of levels that try all the tricks. It's good too if you don't really know what to make levels about. It kind of gives you some guidance and lets you know what's possible with levels. And they're all of high quality because they're all the actual Nintendo levels. So it's like playing in a very interesting like mod for Mario, because there's a lot of the stuff that's in there is not stuff you'd see in the mainline series games. A lot of the mechanics and whatnot, and it's also spans a bunch of different eras of Mario games. Mario 1, Mario 3, Mario
Yeah.
World, New Super Mario Brothers, and then now Super Mario 3D World. So you get a taste of all that stuff, which is really quite good. I think I beat about the jobs part of it. I think I beat like maybe 50 or 60 jobs. I'll probably go back and eventually finish all those at some point. Slowly needle away at them. Some of them are pretty hard too. I had a lot of trouble with one of the ones on the last round of levels that I did. So that was quite good. I've probably cleared about 230 easy levels in endless mode. And that's what I'll do when I
Wow.
have a few minutes here and there. I'll play the easy levels, just to see what's out there. Not get frustrated is another thing, because they're easy levels. So usually I'll only die once or twice, if at all, when I do the easy levels. Plus, it allows me to experience a bunch of them. So, one thing I did want to say, and this was a complaint for a lot of the Super Mario Maker, the first one, is bad levels. But I have not come across very many bad levels at all. I want to say there was maybe 3 or 4 that I would consider to
Mm,
be like bad levels. But other than
yeah.
that, like everything's like pretty well done and impressive. Some of them aren't spectacular, but serviceable if you're just playing through levels. But one thing you have to keep in mind too is children build levels. My son's got a bunch of levels. He's 8. My daughter has a level that she put in Mario Maker. She's 5. So uh, you know don't criticize levels just because you don't happen to love them.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely playing levels from children, so chill out,
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely. um, I've still only made 2 levels. I'm working on my 3rd level. uh, I don't know when or if it'll get done. But I would like to get into the level making a little bit more, because Corey's made a lot of levels. I think he's made 4 or 5, and one of them in particular is spectacular. And I actually tweeted this. I don't think I did it from Thumbstick. I tweeted it from Rated G Games because that's what I have connected to my Switch, and I retweeted it with the Thumbstick athletes. But it's Corey's, and I don't even remember the name of it. Let me call it up on my phone. It's a space themed level, where you have to defend a
Ooh.
space elevator. It's fantastic. Oh no, not that one. Oh, you know what? It's on the Switch. I'll get that right now. It's yeah, you defend the space elevator, and it's like a whole sci-fi themed thing. It's really really good. But I have to get the actual name of it, and I'll try to remember to put it in the description below the episode on YouTube. It's called Space Rescue 17 XV11.
Ooh.
And the description is Mario, our space elevators under attack, destroy their mothership. Very creative. It's probably it's probably top 3 in the theme levels that I've played out
Really?
of all the levels I played. I'll usually go through too and play the popular courses.
Yeah.
Whether they're hard or speed run levels or theme courses. And they seem to rotate every couple days, so I'll try to go through and play those. And yeah, Corey's level's right up there with some of the best that I've played as far as theme levels go. It's really well done.
Corey is a creative person.
Yes, he is. His other levels are good
I
too. It's just that one is a standout.
Yeah. Good job, Corey.
Yeah. I still have to try the versus mode. I haven't done anything with that yet. I would like to get the kids and Val in on that and do like 4-person versus mode, if I can. I also did a video where I played my son's courses for Rated G Games, so I don't know if I tweeted that out from Thumbstick Athletes or not, but that's on the Rated G Games YouTube channel, and that was pretty fun. So that's my Mario Maker spiel. Still, that's a great game. That'll be one that I revisit from time to time, frequently.
Mm-hmm.
Harry Potter Wizards Unite. I still play that quite a bit. It's almost completely replaced my Pokemon Go. I'll fire up Pokemon Go maybe once a day and not do anything with it and close it and not look at it again. It's more fun and involved than Pokemon Go. Especially, and I talked about this before, but I didn't do any of the raiding or battling or anything like that for Pokemon Go. So that's one aspect of the game I just wasn't interested in at all. It's not anything wrong with the game. It's just nothing I was gonna do. But also with Harry Potter, there's been a recent uptick in activity in our house, which keeps me a little bit more engaged in the game. And I just hit level 12, so that's been quite fun.
Yeah, I still can't get into the Harry Potter game.
Yeah, no, I understand. And I'm only like kind of a casual Harry Potter fan anyway. I watch the movies and I like that. I watched the movies once and I like them. I'm actually hopefully after me and Val finish up Game of Thrones again, I think we're going to watch the Harry Potter movies again, because that was what we did after the first time we watched Game of Thrones together, was watch the Harry Potter movies. So
yeah.
Hey, what's up, Jake? Nice to see you. It's been a while since we've been live too. Last week's episode was not a live one, or not a regular episode. It was a recorded one. Best Harry Potter game only has Hermione and tentacles in it. Yeah, good stuff. Where was I? Oh yeah, and then the week before that, me and Corey recorded, I think on a Friday, but it wasn't live just because I hadn't mentioned it and we didn't know when we were going to record. So, but yeah, we're going to be back on the Wednesday schedule now, right?
Should be, yeah. We should be good.
Yeah. And then last, and I hate to talk about this again because it's another mobile game. I've been playing a lot of Dr. Mario World, which is Nintendo's newest foray into the mobile game world. And it's actually quite good. It's probably the best Nintendo mobile game I've played, and one of the better mobile games I've played in a while. It's kind of addicting. It's got a single player mode. Oh, you know what? I have a video I can call up here. Let me do that real quick. It's got a single player mode. I think it has over 200 stages, which is quite a bit. I've played a lot. I don't know how much exactly. I don't know if I have a way to figure that out. Oh, hey, Riz. It was Riz that said the Harry Potter game, not Jake. They have the same color name on the thing. That's why I got it confused at a quick glance. But anyway, Dr. Mario.
Come on, guys.
That's my fault for reading comprehension,
Well, colors are hard.
Colors are hard, yes. So yeah, the Dr. Mario, it's got I think about 200 regular stages. I'm on stage 100 right now. I just called the game up. So it plays like Dr. Mario, but it has a lot more mechanics to it. It's got bubbles that you have to pop. It's got icebergs. It's got blocks in there. I don't know if any of that stuff is in the regular Dr. Mario's. I don't think so. I never played Dr. Mario outside of playing for a few minutes. It's got locks and stuff that you have to unlock, but it essentially plays the same way. Like you're matching 3 on every level that you play. So you make 3 with 3 or more with in a group with your pills and then the color viruses. But it's also got an online versus mode. So you pick a doctor. I foolishly picked Peach, not knowing anything about the game, and she has the lowest attack. So for the longest time, I was getting destroyed on the multiplayer versus, and I wasn't sure why. But once I figured out what all the stuff did, so when you attack someone, you fill up a meter as you clear viruses, and once you attack someone, whatever your quote unquote damage is, it'll add a new layer of viruses to the other person's screen. So Peach was doing 1 damage, and I was coming up against Bowser. So Peach would put up 1 thing whenever she attacked, and Bowser would put up 4. So you just randomly get 4 virus levels thrown randomly into your stage. It was very hard to compete. But I've since unlocked Bowser Jr., who is 3 attack, so I do a little bit better. Not great, but I can at least do a little bit of damage anyway, and not lose every match that I play online. So, but yeah, it's quite good. The microtransactions are a little bothersome, but not awful.
I did hear they were bad, but I wasn't sure if they were actually bad or if that was what people were saying.
It could very easily be skewed as pay to win. So what happens is, you pick your starting doctor, but you unlock more of them as you play, and you can either use diamonds or coins. The coins you slowly unlock, by playing the game, playing the levels. Diamonds are what you buy, so you to unlock more characters, and then you also have like side power ups that you can do that do different things. I won't get into what they all do. So staffing is what you use to unlock, and it's random. It lists all the percentages and stuff for what you get, and it's 40 diamonds to unlock a new staff member or like side thing, or 4,000 coins. 4,000 you get about, if you 3-star level, you get 150 coins. If you 2-star it, you get 125. If you 1-star it, you get 100. So extrapolate that to all the levels that I've played. I think I've unlocked a handful of characters. So you get coins for doing other things too, but that's the main way to get them. So yeah, if you have money, let's take a look at the diamond store and see how much. So 75 diamonds is $5. So for $5 you can get 1, almost 2 new characters.
Okay.
So
I don't know. I don't know.
You can also use those for power-ups inside the levels. You can use coins sometimes. It's kind of random. Use a heart every time you start a new stage. So if you start a new stage and beat it, you don't actually end up losing a heart. But if you start a stage, like I've been stuck on stage 100 for a while, so I'll use all my hearts trying to beat it, and then I can't play again unless I buy more hearts. They recharge. You get 1 every 30 minutes, or you can send 1 to friends. So 5 hearts is 10 diamonds. So there's that. I have 6 diamonds that I've earned through just playing the game. So yeah, it can be a little bit of a pain. But I haven't spent any money on it. I don't intend on doing it. I'm pretty happy with just playing some versus modes. You get rewards for winning 7 matches in a time period. I think it might be like 12 hours, and then yeah, I haven't tried the versus mode. Me and Corey have to do a battle at some point, but yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's good for a mobile game. I think my phone is also talking about my computer. I think my phone is also starting to show its age a little bit. It's a Galaxy Note 8, and so my wife just got a brand new phone. It's the Pixel 3, and Harry Potter runs so unbelievably well on her phone, and mine's all like choppy. It's the same thing with Dr. Mario. She hasn't played Dr. Mario, but it runs like really choppy on my phone, and sometimes I'll miss like inputs when I'm trying to move around the pills and stuff to beat the viruses. So Riz says the Pixel 3 is beautiful. Yes, it is. It's a very nice phone, but I think I'm gonna wait for the Pixel 4 and get that when it comes out, maybe. I also am kind of a cheapskate, and if I keep my phone for another little while, that would be great.
Phones are so expensive.
They are expensive, yeah. Riz says he has Pixel 1, also waiting to see what the Pixel 4 is like. So yeah, I think that's supposed to come out. It's like September, I think. Sometime in the fall is when the new Pixels usually come out. But anyway, yeah, I mean, Dr. Mario World, it's free. Download. It's on iOS and Android if you're interested at all, and give it a shot. It's pretty good. It's a good puzzle game to work your brain a little bit. And that's all I have that I've played. I'm sure there's something else. Oh, I played a little bit of Breath of the Wild today. It was weird to play it again. I forgot all the buttons and stuff, so I was trying to figure out But I quickly
Dan's
remembered.
back on the juice.
Yeah, I really didn't. Well, I did want to, but I really didn't want to at the same time because that's a game that it happened last summer. I started playing it in the middle of the summer, and that's all I played for like 2 months. So I don't want that to happen again, especially with I've got a bunch of new games. Well, a new game coming out next week, and then at the end of August, and Rad is coming out at the beginning of August. So, and then a bunch of games in September, a game in October, game in November. So I don't want to use all my time playing Breath of the Wild. I should just stop sleeping, then I can play Breath of the Wild.
But sleep is wonderful.
Nah. No, it is. I like sleeping.
Yeah,
all right.
No, it is.
That's all I played, so let's get into feedback. And we got feedback from Idaho Jake, who says, "Hey guys, my son came down June 29th to July 10th, and it was a blast. I've been jumping from Assassin's Creed Odyssey to Borderlands 2, enjoying my time with both of them. I bought the season pass for Odyssey and a couple of the DLC packs, and now I have Pegasus for my horse. Friday I get to start playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, and I'm excited about it. Other than that, I haven't done much but work, so that's it for me. Have a great night." Did you get a Pegasus when you played, Will?
I did not. I'm trying to remember. I never saw one.
It must be one of the DLC packs.
It could be. And it's funny because I put probably 60 hours into that game.
Yeah.
Didn't see that, but I also know that there was so much in there that I missed. So I definitely could see me not seeing that because there's a lot of content in there.
Right.
I do know I got a Chocobo in Assassin's Creed Origins.
Oh, nice.
So,
like an actual Chocobo?
Yep, 100% Chocobo.
Really? Did they do some sort of cross promotion thing with Final Fantasy 15?
Yeah, they did one with. Yeah, they did it with 15.
Nice.
I also got one of the swords from the game too.
Cool. Okay. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. I've heard a little bit about that, and Nintendo talked about that a little bit during their E3 stuff. I played the first Marvel Ultimate Alliance and really liked it. It was a really fun game, but other than that, I haven't done anything with Marvel. I'm not much into superheroes, but it was a really, really cool game. You didn't play that with me, did you, Will? Was it Chris?
No,
that played it with?
Yeah, I never did.
It might have been Chris when he was living in the apartment next door. We might have played that together. I played it with someone. I think one day we were looking for a co-op game, and he suggested that, and that's what we ended up playing.
I actually remember that. Now that you bring it up, he did suggest that.
Yeah, it was quite good. So that's it. We can do the game giveaway, which Jake is the winner.
Yeah.
Call that up here. What? You cut out again, Will.
I haven't been talking.
Oh. All right. Okay. Get my random number generator. Let's see. All right. So, Jake. First game. Number 1 to 150. 139 is Gotham City Imposters. You know what? I'm not going to re-roll. I think Gotham City Imposters is closed down. 46.
Yeah, I think so too.
Husk. Game number 2 is number 3, which is Rise, Son of Rome. That's a good one. Game number 4 is 19. I'm sorry. Game number 3 is 19, which is Screen Cheat. I don't know what that is. Riz says
awesome.
Riz says Gotham City Imposters is shut down. Whoops! But it was a fun game. Screen Cheat. Okay. 57 is Western Press. I know that's come up a few times before. Western It's really hard to type with one hand when you've been used to typing with two hands for years. And then my last one is, or your last one is 105, which is gone. I'll re-roll. 43 is Total War Warhammer. Total War. I'll just put WH so I don't have to type it all out. Okay, Jake, your choices are Husk, Rise, Son of Rome, Screen Cheat, Western Press, and Total War Warhammer. So let us know what you want. We'll get that to you. I am behind a week or two. 2 weeks. So I'll get those games out to Tito also. I think Tate has one too. So next week's episode, I don't know what we're going to do for next week's episode, but I will let people know on our Twitter feed on Monday. Twitter.com/TSAthletes is our Twitter feed. I know not this week, but the week after, I think, or not next week, but the week after, either the week after that or the week after that, we'll do Fire Emblem, obviously. We might, if it's as long as Will says it is, we might want to wait a little while before we do an episode on it, right?
Yeah, unless I beat it in those 5 days, I'll play it.
Yeah, because it would only be, it would be a Friday to Wednesday.
Yeah.
So yeah, we may need another week. We'll see how it goes. If some games, I don't feel like you need to beat to have like a really good idea of what it's about,
No, yeah, that's true.
And in a lot of cases, my impression is set, and it doesn't really change after I beat the game.
Yeah, no, beating a game doesn't really change my impression unless it has a story like BioShock, like Infinite.
Right, the mind-blowing
sort of thing.
ending. Yeah. So, we'll have something for you next week. We're running down the list of like top 5 episodes that we can do. I don't know if we're gonna do a game. Probably won't play something new in between now and then. But yeah, it'll be Wednesday night. Back to the Wednesday night recording. So, yeah, I think that's everything. Will, you got anything else?
That's all I've got.
All right, that'll do it for episode 417 of the Thumbstick Athletes podcast. I'm your host, Dan.
I'm Will.
Thanks for listening, and get out of my basement.